Hello, it's Brian here from Grandison Allotments again. Today I'm going to be using the Two Sisters method of companion growing, and in my case it's going to be corn and pumpkin, giant pumpkin. This method came from the North American Indians over 300 years ago when the first colonists noticed how they were crowding the planting in one space instead of using a lot of land. And what they used to do was the Three Sisters method, where they used to plant corn, then used to plant beans to climb up the corn, and then surrounding the corn they used to put the pumpkins, so they'd be sprawling along the ground underneath the corn and the beans, so you're using the same ground to grow three crops basically. But in my case I'm just going to be doing the Two Sister method, which is pumpkins, giant pumpkins, and corn, which is an F1 sweet variety of corn, and the pumpkins is a giant pumpkin. So this is my corn cage, I call it, because corn needs to be protected by the wind. So I created this cage. If I move back, you can see it's just a wooden cage with a bit of fence around, just to break up the wind a bit. I'm actually sort of doing the Three Sisters because around the edge of the cage I have got broad beans and runner beans growing, but they're not actually going to be growing up the corn. They're going to be growing up this fence. But and in the centre is my corn, which I'll show you now. I'm not planting a lot this year, because one of these plants will give me about 3 cobs, so you can do the math. I mean, I just grow them and freeze them, and eat them in the months to come after they've cropped, which will probably be in August, I would imagine. And here's my pumpkins that I'm going to be putting out. I'm going to be using today this universal biohumus, which is a nice feed for vegetables. I'm going to just putting a bit in the bottom of the hole with when I'm planting the pumpkins out, and I'm going to do the pumpkins on the perimeter so they can sprawl round, because one pumpkin will go possibly around about 15 feet. So I'm going to dig a hole on the perimeter of the and this is me. I want to do just tear the roots slightly, because it's starting to get a bit popped out, and this will help generate growth. So, and as I said, I'm going to put a handful of biohumus down the bottom of there. And I'm going to so that's one pumpkin in. See, the corn will come in say August, between the end of July and the beginning of August. But these pumpkins will come in October, around about Halloween. Hence the reason we use them for Halloween. So I'm going to finish off putting them around the perimeter here, and then I'll show you that when it's finished. Okay, so I've managed to get 9 of the pumpkins plants in this small bed, which is far too many really for this size of bed, because we possibly may get another frost, which I could lose a couple of them, so I'll put a few more in. I've also kept a couple back that I'll keep in I'll keep them in the polytunnel, just in case I lost all of them. I'd still have a couple. I'm just hoping for 4 really for my grandchildren for October, for Halloween, so they can have a carve. And if there's any more, I'll make some pumpkin soup or something like that. So I'll show you. What I find fascinating about this method is that all 3 plants benefit each other in some way. The beans, as they climb up, the corn, they pull nitrogen from the air and bring it to the soil to benefit all 3. The corn offers support for the beans to be able to grow up. On the pumpkin, it blocks the light for weeds along the ground, and it also, because it's a spiky leaves, protects from a lot of pests who don't like to step on them. So it's a very mutually beneficial relationship for the three sisters. Okay, so that's companion growing using the two-sister method rather than the three-sister method, and it's all thanks to our North American Indian friends, of how they used to garden in a smaller space. So this is ideal for people with smaller gardens, smaller plots, where you can actually grow 3 different crops in the same space. So why not have a go? Put some corn in, seeds, you've still got time. Put some beans in, French climber beans, ideal for this, and a pumpkin or a squash, or a courgette, all from the same family, which will ramble along the ground and give you a lot of produce for a small amount of space. Bye for now.